All local, all morning. You're watching Fox 61 Morning News.
6 o'clock. Good morning. A lot to talk about this Monday here on Fox 61. We hope you had a great weekend. Thanks for starting off your new week with us, America Arias.
And I'm Bridget Bureau. The weather today looks good, but it all changes tomorrow when snow rolls in. So let's check in with Rachel Piscatelli, who's timing it all out. And the good news, Rachel, it's not going to affect the morning drive tomorrow.
Yeah, I think we'll see some of our first flakes fly around 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning for some locations, but the bulk of it, and I think the heaviest stuff and the messiest stuff is going to arrive after that. So a winter storm likely for our Tuesday. So we're watching that closely. It is mainly rain along the shoreline. We are anticipating snow to rain possible for areas inland, but it's mainly just all snow for our higher elevations, and that's where we think the highest impacts are likely going to be in northwestern Connecticut, northern Hartford, Tolland County. Travel, school disruptions, plan accordingly for that, and some snow removal likely for areas inland. In the meantime, this morning, it is quiet but cold. Temperatures are starting off in the 30s, but when you factor in the wind, it feels like the 20s across a lot of the state at 37 right now in Meriden and 31 in Torrington. Lots of sun expected. Wind continues today. Temperatures get up to around 38 degrees, but when you factor in that wind, it is going to feel like the upper 20s and low 30s for most of the day because of that wind chill. So highs today anywhere from 38 degrees in Naugatuck to 42 in Milford. That's about it. Below average temperatures continue with winds about 10 to 20 miles per hour, gusting higher than that. As we head into the afternoon tomorrow, here's a look at what the satellite and radar could potentially look like, where we have most rain for our 4 southern counties. But if you go into higher elevations, you're dealing with some accumulating snow. So we're thinking anywhere from 3 to 6 inches of snow for higher elevations, 1 to 3 for areas inland. And if you're along the immediate shoreline, maybe a brief dusting before this switches to all rain for you and washes anything that accumulated away. Temperatures for tomorrow morning going to be cold, 23, so that's prime for any snow to develop. 35 degrees in the afternoon, and then as we head into Wednesday, temperatures will be around 37 degrees, so we continue with this below average trend. It is turning very cold for Friday. We'll have more details on that, plus we'll walk you through the hour by hour a little further in depth coming up in just a bit for Tuesday. Checking in with the roads this morning here at 6:02, largely quiet across the state. We did have an earlier crash on 384 in Manchester. It does look like that has cleared. Otherwise, Southington 84 east and westbound, that's fine this morning. Your drive from Hartford into Waterbury around 30 minutes. Eastbound 84, Waterbury into Hartford is 28. Over to you.
All right, Rachel, thanks. And as we track a chance for a storm Tuesday, make sure to download a free Fox 61 News app. Just scan the QR code you see right there on your screen, and that's how you can get all the alerts sent straight to your phone. Coming up on 6:03 now on your Monday morning, and we continue to follow breaking news out of Burlington.
First responders are on the scene of a fire on Ventry's Way. We're getting straight out to Fox 61's Joe Monty. He got there a little over an hour ago. Joe, what can you tell us? It's still very active behind you.
Good morning. Yeah, there are plenty of fire departments still here on scene. The scene looks like the fire is out at this point, but it's still active here. I want to show you what we're looking at. This is the front yard of the house. We have the fire department walking up and down the front yard right now. Actually, you can see them carrying a ladder. It looks like they're conducting their investigation at this point. They're walking out throughout the house. If you look in some of those windows there, you can see just really not much other than just charred and black. It looks like this fire really got to this house pretty good. We're told the call came in at about 3:38 this morning about a house fire at 5 Ventress Way, and we're told by the Burlington Fire Department that there was a heavy fire on the first and second floor of the home. The family was actually alerted by smoke detectors in their home, and we're told they made it out safe, so that's great news. And about 10 different fire departments helped with the response this morning. Mike Boucher with the Burlington Fire Department told us about the added challenge of having no fire departments on this, no fire hydrants on this road, and he talked a little bit more about their response. Take a listen.
We have tankers within our department, and a lot of our surrounding towns have tankers. So when we got the initial call, we started a tanker strike team to the scene, which brought us 5 mutual aid tankers to assist our 2 tankers right off the bat. So we had plenty of water. We never ran out of water. We had a good supply going, which that's really contributed to us really getting a good hit on the fire.
He says that this house, the family can't go back in at this point, and they're working with the family to find them a place to stay. This is a good reason to check your smoke detectors, your carbon monoxide detectors, make sure they're working properly, because tonight, or this morning, I should say, rather, they saved this family's lives. So for now in Burlington, Joe Monty, Fox 61.
All right, Joe, thanks. We're glad everybody's safe this morning. And you're going to find more coverage of this story and others on our free Fox 61 News app. If you don't have it, scan the QR code on your screen right now and then download it, or go to fox61.com.
6:05 now. Today is expected to be a busy travel day as people return home from their Thanksgiving destinations. At Bradley International Airport, delays and gate changes are some of the problems that travelers are running into. This Thanksgiving holiday was the busiest in terms of traveling in 15 years. AAA predicted more than 6 million people would fly in total nationwide, and at Bradley, 95,000 people were expected to roll through. Maddie Marcello and her family drove from Rhode Island to Windsor Locks yesterday morning, only for their flight to get canceled just as they got there.
When it's canceled, everybody's in a rush. Should we get there earlier, later, or like something like that? And then they're worried because we drove an hour here, an hour and like 30 minutes here. And then when we just drive here, then it gets canceled. It was worth nothing, basically.
Oh, hate that. Others say frustrations were high because of last-minute gate changes. So if you do have to fly out during the holidays, it is important to get to the airport early.
Hartford police are investigating a serious crash that left one woman in her 50s in critical condition. Officers were called to Wethersfield Avenue and Mann Street last night. That's where they found the woman in the road with significant injuries. Police say she was crossing the street when she was hit by two vehicles. Now, the driver of the first car returned to the scene and is cooperating with police, but the driver of the second vehicle did not stop. If you have any information, please call Hartford Police. And this morning, a Manchester man could face charges after a fire at the apartment building that he lives in. Police say he may have started that fire. It happened Saturday on Foster Street. When crews arrived at the scene, they found the first floor apartment on fire. Firefighters rescued 3 people from the building. One person was taken to the hospital and is expected to be okay. Firefighters did find a body on the 3rd floor. Investigators say that death, though, does not appear to be related to the fire. The Red Cross is now helping out 17 people find new places to stay.
And firefighters in Guilford had their hands full Sunday morning after a house fire broke out on Malpas Road. Crews arrived to find heavy smoke there. They were able to put out the flames in a 2nd-floor bathroom and rescued several pets along the way. The fire was under control in about 20 minutes' time, but the home still took on significant smoke damage. Thankfully, no one was hurt. The cause, though, is under investigation. And to Brantford we go. Firefighters were called out early Sunday morning for a fire at the town transfer station on East Main Street. This is what it looked like as crews rolled up on scene. It's unclear how the fire started, but crews arrived to find the recycling shed in flames spreading to the nearby scale house. The transfer station will be closed today and tomorrow for cleanup. There will not be any interruption to curbside garbage and recycling collection during that time. So good news there. 6:08 is your time. People gathered yesterday in Hamden to start off the new 4-year terms for recently elected officials.
Well, this election cycle is the first time that the town has enforced 4-year terms instead of 2. Fox 61's Victoria Anderson was at the celebration to talk with Hamden's new mayor about what's on his to-do list for the next 4 years.
Rain or shine, the town of Hamden came out in full force to inaugurate their newly elected officials, including the town's new mayor.
Your duties as mayor of the beautiful town of Hamden to the best of your ability, so help you God.
I will.
Congratulations.
Democracy in action Sunday as the town of Hamden started its new 4-year terms with winners from November's election. The festivities were hosted at Hamden Middle School with flair from the town's fire and police departments and musical guests from Hamden Public Schools. It was an emotional day at his alma mater for new mayor Adam Sendroff, who after 20 years of public service won in a landslide.
I'm really looking forward to getting to work.
Members on the Board of Education and Legislative Council were also sworn in, including returning town clerk Karima Meekins, who made history in Hamden during her first term.
4 years ago, I
I was the first African American woman to win this position. I got reelected 2 years after that, and now this is a 4-year term. And what 4 years means is that you have the opportunity to really focus and get things done.
And as the day of celebration came to a close, Mayor Sendroff told us he already has Monday on his mind. His first focus is bringing in a financial director, a vacancy that has plagued Hamden for more than a year now.
I really wanted to get the foundation to get somebody there as soon as possible, and we're able to have one interview last week. We have a handful this week too, so hopefully as soon as possible we'll get somebody in.
Town spending was a major ballot box issue, and Sendroff told us he hopes to tackle the town's debt and build back rainy day funds.
And as we mentioned, the transition period is now in action. These new elected officials will head to their new offices and fill their new roles starting Monday. Reporting in Hamden, Victoria Anderson, Fox 61.
Victoria, thank you. All right, 6:10 now. Governor Ned Lamont has set a special election for January 13th. It's to fill the state representative seat in the 139th Assembly District, and that covers parts of Ledyard, Montville, and Norwich. That seat became vacant following the death of State Representative Kevin Ryan last Sunday. Under state law, the special election must be held exactly 46 days after the writ is issued.
And if you missed this month's Shaping CT's Future, the Drive to 35, do not worry. You can watch it right now on Fox 61 Plus. Download our app on our streaming service. This is our platform. Watch Shaping CT's Future Drive to 35 on Amazon, Apple, or Roku TV. Open enrollment for health and dental insurance plans started November 1st, and while it can be overwhelming, Fox 61 is teaming up with Access Health CT to take out the guesswork. Join us every Tuesday morning in our 8 o'clock hour for Coverage Countdown, and that's where Access Health CT will share important information that can help you choose the best plan for you and your family.